I should mention we have the possibility of one of our colleagues, Sahil Gupta, joining us partway through. He's on call, and that's not him. But so he may show up. Okay, so again, this is us. Ashley joined us last minute, so she's not here, but you can see her here. Ashley just finished her Bachelor of Design degree, right?
I did.
And I had the pleasure of working with Ashley over the summer. Hi there, people who just came in. Join some of the other people.
Oh, no,
there's a group. No, there's two people in the back. You guys, yeah, one, you can go there, and you, sir, can go to this group right here. Okay. So, I'm going to talk a little bit, and Rob, you're going to talk a little bit.
I'll interrupt.
Okay. So, you're here today to learn a little bit about human-centered design. So, really briefly, human-centered design is a method used in design professions to design products, experiences, services, and systems. It focuses on human needs, wants, values, motivations, and behaviors. There's a range of research methods that are often used in conjunction with it. What you need to know is that they tend to be observational, participatory. The whole thing stresses active involvement of users through consultation, possibly co-design, and the ultimate goal is empowerment. So this sounds like a really great thing for teaching.
This also kind of follows on quite closely with the keynote speaker that we just went through with Dr. Bain. In fact, when I was listening to him, I thought, he's taking half-hour presentation away from us, because in essence, he was talking about how we teach design and how we operate in the design world.
So you may wonder how human-centered design is relevant to your teaching practice. We'd like to suggest that it allows you to view teaching and learning through perhaps a broader lens. It encourages you to question assumptions about what your students or what other instructors or others that you work with might need. And it can shift the focus from organizational to human needs. So we're going to show you some examples. And one example I don't have up here is that of my daughter's kindergarten classroom. I have to mention that teachers already do this. Probably the people who do this best of all are kindergarten teachers. So this should be familiar in many ways to you. So I have a couple of examples here from our group. So Rob, this is something you're going to speak to.
This was a project we took on with my students. It was for the Building Committee, which I have to read it because I always get it mixed up. It's the Interdisciplinary Research Group, whose goal is to improve motor control for advanced prosthetic systems. So we basically have three people involved here: the clinician, the patient, and the researcher. And our job was to somehow create a workstation where the three of them could cohabit and work together. And we work across all three of them. It's not focusing on one. It's looking at all the stakeholders and how they can work in it. So that's where user-centered comes in. You can see the student in the background. It's her job to do all the observational work. So task analysis, the typical things of task analysis, workflow, all those things. But it's always looking at the people. It's not necessarily worrying about what is the data outcome that they're looking for, because that will flow once you have it. Because half the time when they had this setup done, the clinician was looking at the screen, the patient was looking, and no one was looking at the patient and what actually was happening to them. So we had to look at all those things. That comes out of the human centered, looking at what it is that we're trying to focus on. That was the patient, what their performance factors.
This is a graphic from a student and resident project. So Sahil, who may join us, is a resident in emergency medicine. He worked together with Julie Sikora, who is a recently graduated designer from the Industrial Design Program. I had the pleasure of supervising together with Amber McLean from the Arts, from the program, who's acronym very long, but Health Humanities, and of course Robert Lederer. So what you're seeing here is an attempt to visualize the flow of patients through the emergency department and what their experience is. So this isn't simply modeling the system, but looking at what are patients experiencing at various points in time. And within this project, Sahil and Julie made some proposals about what might make a better experience for patients. and came up with a prototype of an information resource that explains how triage works, because patients don't understand it, and they don't know why they're waiting for a long time, not knowing that there might be somebody who is in a very urgent situation ahead of them. And now, Ashley, I'll let you talk a little bit about some work that you did while you were in our office.
So this is an example of where the human design process involved observing all users of the form, which not only included the client, which was a group of nurses doing research for enhancing recovery after surgery, but it also included the patients, even their families, all the members involved in the healthcare team, so all the real users of the form. So in this way I was able to design a solution by first identifying problems from all possible user angles.
And you actually sat in on patient education sessions and did quite a bit of observational research and found some surprising things, I imagine.
Yeah, so it just involved a lot of observation from everyone, not just the primary user of the form.